is up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a good time, a good day today. Well, obviously not. You are having some problems with your washing machine. That's why you are watching this video. Anyways, if your washing machine is filling up with water, and even though you turn off the knob, water still comes out, your water valve is not closing. So the electricity in your water valve is not closing. It opens and it gets stuck and it stays open. And today I'm gonna show you how to fix that and how to replace the part, and so you could get back on track with your washer and it won't be filling up the tub and throwing water all over your house. So stay tuned and I will show you step by step. So here's the washer we are gonna work with today. It's a Whirlpool. You could do the same, follow the same steps with a Kenmore, a State, a Mana, and other more washers that are out there. They run on the same system. The only thing that changes is the board, depending on the knobs. But all the electrical that goes to the water valve is the same. It has a hot water and a cold water. And don't forget that before you do anything, make sure that you unplug it from the wall and disconnect it from the water to prevent any water spilling everywhere or electrocuting yourself. These are the tools that we are gonna use today. We got a Phillips screwdriver, we got a flathead screwdriver, pliers, and a screw with a little socket. Do not know what size is it, but we'll be using that. So the first thing that we're gonna do here is we are going to get our Phillips screwdriver, and it has two screws here, one here and one on this side. So we're gonna take them off. And once you took out the two screws from the back, then all you gotta do now is you are gonna get in front of the washer, reach around the back, and you're gonna pull the board towards you and let it slide come out, and then you lift it up like this. And then right there you get your flathead screwdriver, and it has these little two hooks right there. So you put your flathead screwdriver right there, you put it in an angle, and then you pull toward the back, and you should snap like that, and you take this off. Do the same thing to the other side, and you snap it. Next step, right here. Don't forget to disconnect this wire here. This is for the switch button that opens and closes. Let the washer know that it's safe for it to start washing clothes. So once this is off the hooks, you're gonna lift the lid, you're gonna grab it from right here, and then you're gonna pull it towards you. You're gonna pull it up and move it out of the way. And right here you can see that's the water valve right there. There's a water valve right here. We have to remove that screw right there. And then these two just come out. But I'm gonna show you in a quick second right now how to take that off. And the next step is we're gonna get the screwdriver with a socket. We're gonna remove this screw right here. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna pull this up like this and then out. We're gonna go this way and we're gonna take it out of there. The white one is for the cold water, and the red is for the hot water. So don't forget about that. And this is just a sensor that none of the washers need. I don't know why it's there for, but every time that I replace this, I replace the holes too. So I get rid of those wires. You could just let them out disconnected, and when you put that new one on there, just leave them off because you really don't need that. Then you take this off like this. Some of them have a clip right here. You just pull it back, and then do the same thing with this. And then you get your pliers. You squeeze the clip right here, take it out, take this out like that. Sometimes it's hard, so squeeze it with the hole, with the plier, and that's how you take it out. So here's the water valve, how it looks. What happens to it is that no matter what cycle you put the washer to wash, you always shoot cold water, either to wash clothes or to rinse. The hot water is only to wash clothes, but not to rinse. So this is not working from the inside. It just keeps staying open, so the water won't close. So and then now it's time to put this one back on there, because this was a good part. I was just using it for example to show everybody over there. So let's put it back. Okay, so now we're gonna put it back together, and I have my assistant right here. I show you guys how to take it apart, and he's gonna put it back together. And he's learning as you're learning, he's learning too at the same time. So here you go. Here's the part. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it over here. What we do with this is you're gonna put it in like this in the hole, and then go around the back. Once this thing is inside like this, remember that you gotta slide it down. And then it should stay stuck right there. It's not gonna come out. So my assistant is gonna put the screw there, back in there. That goes in that little hole right there.
Dude, it's so hot. It's getting stuck.
Remember, they always slide this down so it could get stuck. Because if this is not properly placed in there, then you won't be able to put this in there.
There.
Pliers over there. We're gonna connect the wires right here. Remember that the top one, the white, is cold water, and the red one is the hot water. So exactly how it is, that's the way you go connect it. So you gotta put it in here into this thing snaps into place. Sometimes you gotta wiggle it a little bit to put it in, and then the hot water. And then you get your holes here, and you put it in there. Yeah. And when you're putting the holes, then you get your
Pliers.
your pliers, and you squeeze the.
Like how?
Yeah, just go like that. Squeeze it with one hand, and then with the other hand you push it out. And then that's it. Tag on it a little bit, then it's in place, and then these two wires, they're for the sensor or whatever it is, and then put them back on there. Let's get a closer look.
Right here.
You put them back on there. This is so easy. A 10-year-old could do it. Okay, so right here we are double checking that everything is in place. We got the screw back in there. We got the cables back in there. We got the more cables down here, and we got this thing that you could tell that this is not in place, so it came out. Let me see. Let me hold this. So you gotta make sure that you just clamp, squeeze on the heart, and move the clamp up. And now it's good. Right here, down here, we're gonna put the cables back in place, but what we always gotta make sure on this right here that these things are not bended out or in, because this is what holds the thing in place. If you wanna come over here and show it, this little holes right here, that has to go in there, and that the one on the back has to go there in the back. So that way, when you put your face back in place, it won't come out. So what we do in this case, we are going to get this like this, and we're gonna lean it towards you, and we are going to slide it. If you wanna see in here, you gotta make sure that you can see down there the line is under the washer. It needs a little kick, and see it. The case went under it, and then those little things are going in the holes. So once you have it up here, you lift the board and you get your cable, pull this towards you, put that down, make sure that none of the wires are getting caught up over there. Then we go down here, and you with your finger you check to see if it went in. It did. And then over here on this side, you do the same thing with the other side. Everything is in place. So now we get the hooks.
These ones?
Yes. And you put them in here. This hook, it goes like this. So this back goes in there like this, and then you put it in there like this. Once you have it in there, you just snap it in there. Heart, come on, muscles.
I can't.
Muscles.
Ow! That hurt my hand. Boy.
Don't forget to put your cable back in there. That's for the door switch. Snap it in there. Then you turn this back over around. Make sure that these hooks go in those holes. Once they're in the holes, and you slide it back. Okay, so right here we are in the final step of putting it back together. Right here, remember, just put the screw in there. Make sure that this is, we gotta make sure that this is pulled back, so that way when we put the screw in there, it goes lined up with a little hole that it has right there. Because this is not all the way up, the screw won't go inside. You do the same thing with the other side.
Put it in this little.
Yes.
We put it in this little hole. Tight.
Right. Make sure that you always use a Phillips screwdriver on that, because this thing has a little plastic down there, and if you use a power tool or something, you might strip it, and then this thing won't close. So there we got it. What the hell was that? You see that?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, people. I hope you learned something today. Hopefully your washing machine works after that. That should take care of that issue of not filling up no more water when you have your washer off or on. The switch itself right here, this knob should be able to turn off your water and turn it back on. But like I said in the beginning, if the water is filling up and you turn it off and it doesn't stop, then you gotta replace your water valve. You got any comments? Anything to say?
Subscribe. You heard it from her.
Don't
Please.
forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll keep you posted on many more videos of more parts on the washers, and that's about it.
That was funny. We both did the same thing. We both were like.